On today's episode, one Walnut Grove program is teaching how to process trauma through art. A Walnut Grove student shows how she sets the standard in orchestra. And two brothers learn to strengthen their bond through Walnut Grove baseball. These stories and more on this episode of WGTV. Good afternoon, Wildcats, and thank you for tuning to this episode of WGTV. Live from the Grove, I'm Olivia Cook.
And I'm Tyler Medeiros.
We have many exciting stories coming up, but first, Tyler's going to catch you up on what's been happening at the Grove. Tyler?
Thanks, Olivia. In breaking news, chaos struck Rogers Middle School last night after an electrical fire started, causing damage to the school's interior and exterior. The damage resulted in school being canceled today for the Rogers students. WGTV was able to talk to Police Sergeant Haley Carter about the situation.
Prosper Fire Department responded. They were able to put the fire out and there were no injuries. We're unsure of the open date for the school. However, the maintenance department and the electric company are working hard to ensure that it's open as quickly as possible. We're hoping for tomorrow, but that has not been confirmed.
In brighter news, Grove Fest is this Friday, May 10th, and will be free for all Prosper ISD residents. There will be games, bounce houses, food, and a performance by country singer Coffee Anderson. The event will go from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., and the performance will begin at 8:30 p.m. Applications for next year's chapter of PALS are now open. PALS is a club which aims to foster friendships between special and general education students. To fill out the form, check Mr. Toth's April 28th newsletter. The Aloha Pep Rally for the summer season will be on May 13th. We are saying goodbye to the class of 2024 and the Aloha to the class of 2028. Fall course change requests are now open. For students to change their classes for next year, fill out the 24 to 25 WGHS course change requirement Google form that was sent out by email May 1st. The last day to fill out the form is Wednesday, May 22nd. Walnut Grove Volleyball is holding its first annual sand volleyball tournament. The tournament is Friday, May 17th at Mad Sand Volleyball in Plano, Texas. There are 4 to 6 players in a team, and registration is $120 per team. Registration closes May 13th. If you have any more questions, contact A.R. Lloyd at prosper-isd.net. Again, that is ARLOYD at prosper-isd.net.
Art has become a transformative tool enabling students to express and explore their emotions beyond words. Hudson Acosta looks into how counselors and therapists use it to express and overcome their clients' grief.
Around 1 in 4 teens will experience trauma through one form or another. But with expressive art, it is allowed for students to express themselves through more than just words, but through images and drawings.
Well, I have seen people make memory boxes, and they'll do drawings or write down different things, experiences they had with the person that passed, or with traumatic experiences. Again, a lot of times people can't describe or explain what happened, but they can draw a picture, and just subconsciously their picture or their actual drawing, whether it's the force of the pencil or the marker, will give the therapist kind of an insight.
One of the many areas that use art as a method of therapy are grief groups. Grief groups utilize expressive art to offer a nonverbal outlet for students to convey their feelings and emotions through art.
When I first lost her, I actually wanted to not be here, so actually this group really helped me learn that it's okay to not be okay with it. It's just okay to cope and go through the rides and the emotions and the roller coasters that come with losing somebody. So, the art really did help with coping.
Both expressive art is allowed for students to convey their feelings through more than just words.
They've already had to talk about it so much that they don't want to talk about it specifically again. So the expressive arts allows them to express themselves in a way that doesn't involve having to necessarily talk about it. Specifically at that moment, at that time, they can do something else that shows exactly what they're feeling.
Expressive art has allowed students and clients to dive deep into their emotions and provide a way to convey their feelings of grief through their own creative aspirations. Reporting for WGTV, I'm Hudson Acosta.
Expressive art provides students and clients with a means to explore and understand their emotions beyond verbal expression.
On April 24th, Arlington ISD's Bowie High School experienced a school shooting where 18-year-old Atavian Barnes was shot and killed by another student. The school was closed for the rest of the week and opened up the following Monday. The district is currently working to increase security and provide counseling for the students. In the past couple of weeks, several thunderstorms have been affecting parts of the U.S., with at least 129 total across the Midwestern and southern states. There have also been heavy rains and flood warnings in the southern part of Texas, which even called for many ISDs in the Houston area to cancel school last Friday.
With graduation being this month, many seniors have college and adulthood to prepare for. Emma McQuitty was able to look into how one student is finding her path into music education.
Orchestra is a profession where individualism meets teamwork. Though a musician is focused on their part, everyone comes together to deliver a masterpiece. However, teamwork especially flourishes before and after the performance. Molly Bauman is a prime example of this at Walnut Grove, being a senior bassist and a student leader.
So I play the upright bass. I am the president of the orchestra council, so I help organize social. I'm kind of like a person you can go to with any questions if you need.
Her involvement in orchestra doesn't end with Walnut Grove, as one of her senior projects revolves around assisting the Reynolds program.
Through a career study course I'm in, Prosper Career Independent Study, I've been able to hone in on music ed, and it's actually given me the opportunity to work with Reynolds Middle School with Miss Laura Gilbert. She's the director over there, and I've been able to actually teach a class.
Molly Bauman provides a lasting impact on her community and important lessons for her peers.
I would describe Molly as helpful because when I first came to Prosper, she was the first one to contact me and start to lay out what she wanted the orchestra to look like and the opportunities she wanted to make happen in the orchestra.
Molly has dedicated her future to mastering her craft and eventually becoming a music educator herself.
I plan to attend Texas State University down in San Marcos, and I am going to major in music education with a focus in orchestral studies. After getting my certificate in teaching, I would like to come back to Prosper and teach orchestra.
Through leading the music and orchestra, Molly Bauman sets herself up for a future where she returns to the classroom. Molly sets the standard for Walnut Grove Orchestra and strives to be a role model to those close to her. Reporting for WGTV, I'm Emma McQuitty.
Wherever Molly goes after Walnut Grove, she has surely made an impact on those close to her and will continue to do so as she gains experience in the field of music. With the topic of student talent, Wildcat athletes are wrapping up their seasons with victories. Sharika calls in the studio with this week's sports recap. Sharika.
Thanks, Olivia. Starting with golf, both varsity teams made top 10 in state, with Team 1 achieving 3rd and Team 2 achieving 10th. A great end to Walnut Grove's first year of golf. Stepping off the green and to the plate, softball swept West Mesquite with an 11-0 win, with prominent player Lindsay Hooker both batting and pitching skillfully. Softball on Saturday the 11th will battle Lone Star High School, a team with a similar dominating season. Now baseball faced off against Wakeland for their third and final game, dominating 10-2 and moving on in the playoffs. Two notable players are Jack Jones, who struck out 8 Wakeland players, and Andrew Curry, who hit a grand slam, furthering Walnut Grove's lead. The team will be back to face Hillcrest tomorrow on May 9th. With baseball coming to a close, we were able to look back at how one athlete's season almost didn't happen. Ryan Shelton has the story.
A bond bigger than baseball, but deepened with a mutual love of the game. Brothers Enoch and Isaiah Alvarenga both play center field for Walnut Grove. However, it wasn't always going to be this way. Enoch was an incoming senior and was given the choice to either stay at Prosper High School or become a Wildcat. Enoch ultimately made the decision to move to Walnut Grove for his little brother.
I want to go to Walnut Grove mainly for a couple reasons. I wanted to play one varsity season or one season with my little brother on baseball. And then I also just kind of wanted to try a little something new, get out of Prosper, the new school, see what the hype and everything was about. So that was mainly the reasons.
Enoch moving to Walnut Grove kept him and Isaiah close, just like how it's been their whole lives. They are always there for each other, no matter the situation.
My little brother is my best friend, man. He's been there for me through everything, even from before we moved out here. He's always been there. Everywhere I go, my little brother's right there with me, whether it's going to the gas station or to hitting at the baseball field. He is always there with me. He's my ride or die, so that's my best friend.
My brother's impacted my life in a big way from since I was little. Coming from elementary, never really got bullied, and then now from here, I'm all his friends with all his friends, so it's a good thing. Have a good relationship with them.
The impact they have on one another is special. Both brothers make sure to push the other to work harder and hold themselves accountable, whether it's on the field, in the weight room, or at home.
My mom has always said something that stuck with them, and it's your brother's your best friend for life, and that's kind of like the relationship they have. I couldn't ask for a better relationship with siblings, so I'm very, very thankful for that.
This great relationship carries into several areas of their lives.
In the very beginning of baseball season, in the fall when they were working out, Enoch was like, dude, you have a chance. You just have to grind it out. If you want to play on varsity with me, we have to work out together. We have to lift heavy. We have to do these things. I think Isaiah has been a pillar in Enoch's life. Well, Enoch, he gets hyper-focused on stuff. So when Isaiah sees that, he's able to reel him back in and say, hey, dude, make sure you don't get too focused on this. Get focused on what you know you need to get done, right? He kind of has balance a lot of times, so.
Both brothers have held each other up for as long as they can remember. This is a bond that will no doubt last their entire lives. Reporting for WGTV, I'm Ryan Shelton.
With Enoch set to graduate this year, he can leave Walnut Grove knowing he has left a positive impact on his brother's life. That's all for your sports recap. For WGTV, I'm Sharka Call. Back to you, Olivia and Tyler.
Thank you, Sharka. That's all we have for today's episode. For WGTV, I'm Tyler Medeiros.
And I'm Olivia Cook. Thanks for watching, and remember, Wildcats, set the standard.